for the senior national team, the Black Stars, and as part of that remarkable achievement, the Ghana Football Association, likes of Richard Kingston in post, John Painshill, Samuel Inkum, Eric Addo, Jonathan Kwarte, and Anthony Annan will be forming the back defense, and of course they'll be supported by the captain Stephen Appiah and Michael Essien. Up front, we'll have the likes of Sule Ali Muntari, Matthew Amo, I beg your pardon, and Prince Tego. On the subs bench, they have reserve goalkeeper Philemon McCarthy, Samuel Yeboah, Kwejo Asamoah, Musa Nari Asamoah Jan, Isaac Vosa, and Harrison Afo.
So when we do get underway in a minute, it'll be Omotoyossi and Cesononi who will take kicking off. And of course, the coach, Michel, very experienced coach and a man that knows his way around the African continent as well. So he knows it's going to be quite a nice, I think, strategic play here today by the Beninois. They're not come here to lose, they've come here to get a point, is what I understand. I don't think they really give themselves much chance of winning, but then I've heard all these stories before, so often in fact, and of course you end up with a situation where they come and surprise you. And I think what needs to happen, Prince, we need to be a little bit more consolidated at the back in particular, because remember we've got some new boys at the back playing together probably for the first time, and they need to be a little bit strong and a little bit resolute, and someone needs to take control of it, particularly this young man Kwarte. I rate him. I think he's a good player. I know people don't necessarily, they want to select somebody else in that spot, but I think he's a useful player. And of course the captain himself is going to have to play a captain's innings, so to speak, today, and I'm sure he will, because he's very, very well respected. So away we go.
In nil.
Brilliant start, couldn't do any better than that. The goalkeeper in two minds when that happened, but it's one of those moments when you get a ball put through to the near post as well. Absolutely spot on. Now, can they settle? Can they not get too excited about this? Need to be defended here. Oh, a little bit of pushing there from the defence. Got to be careful of that sort of thing. Inside the box, take it easy. Don't get nervous. You're on 0 up now. You can actually settle down, put your foot on the ball, as they say, and pass it around. This is what we need. Ajamossi also tries to thread it through, does just that. Little workhorse, that. Bayui. Height there, but it just skips.
Sorry, you're welcome. This is Media, and we wanted to do this for over a year now, and finally I have you.
Work is now being done down the right-hand side, which means that they probably targeted.
First of all, thank you for asking it again.
Get it away. Just a little bit slow coming out, Ghana at the moment. They need to come up a little quicker. There's a chance, but not really a completely open chance, just a bit of a mauling, really, in the middle. Omotoyossi was the man that had that opportunity, but really not a clear-cut one.
Most definitely not. He had it all, the Black Stars had it all covered, and Razak Omotoyossi as well as Sesenyo Stefan are the key players to watch out for the Beninois. They've been making some daring and incisive runs into the 18 of the senior national team, the Black Stars. But of course, pivoted around the likes of Jonathan Kwarte and Eric Addo, the Black Stars have been able to hold their fort.
I'm sure the world of football knows some of the gesticulation that takes place anyway, so they know what they're looking for. Nice little through ball, but well dealt with by the man with a big chunk of cotton wool up his nose. Now, this is Hui. Long through ball, can it be dealt with? It's a little bit of a push of a hand, but he got away with it. No need to commit yourself at that stage. Ball through the middle, oh, first time effort. Behind him, lurking behind him was an opportunity. But the crowd get a little bit irate, thinking that perhaps he'd been brought down, but I think that was a bit of 6 and 1 and half a dozen of another. Once again, though, a long ball out to the left on that occasion didn't get to a Ghanaian player.
Sule Muntari missing out on that one, but that was a glorious opportunity for Michael Essien. He had that support from Prince Tego, but he was crowded out by 3 or 4 Beninois players.
Tego. So in the midfield then for the Benin, the Squirrels are trying to just open up this defence. This boy can hit one, by the way. He can have a go. Offside, though. I think you'll see what's been given there, luckily, because he can hit a ball. There's no doubt about that. That young man, Omotoyossi, he certainly can smack a ball. tried to get it on, got it leaning backwards. That's what caused that to happen. So in the end, that didn't work too well. Football, World Cup qualifying football. Remember, we have to wait until June for our next qualifying match, which is away in Mali. And that's not the best place to go. So Guyana it is again. Once again, that defence, it remains absolutely solid. Just spent a bit of time on his backside, but Asani it was, gets away with it. Oh, a little push and a shove, and the referee has looked at his assistant, and his assistant has said this, what's happened, and it looks to me as if he's given a free kick. And I'm just trying to work out quite how this happens, because once again, look at this great shot. He really does get over, maybe just slightly off balance when he hits it, because he's got a good foot. I didn't realise he could hit the ball this hard. In he comes, yeah, that's nice and powerful. Get his head over the top. Maybe the ground is now becoming a little bit softer, the grass, and maybe it's becoming a little bit springy, like it was on that one occasion. Just under it and over the bar it goes. So good to see. The ground's in absolutely perfect condition for playing football. It really is. I was out there earlier having a look at it, and they really put a lot of work into this. And it's nice to come to Kumasi when you think this part of the world is very dry at the moment, though we've had a bit of rain this morning, but the ground is in really beautiful playing. The surface is really nice. So Essien, can we build something? Down the right, answers no. Getting a little bit scrappy, a little bit lethargic. People's legs are getting tired, I'm sure, at this moment. Little flick over the top, a little too far. Keeper will clean that up. Referee looks at his watch. I think you'll find that there's probably about 5 minutes of real time left in the match. And this has been tighter than anybody predicted, I believe. This game is a real sitting on the edge of the seat time. This is at the moment, this last 5 minutes. Need to make sure the defence knows what it's doing. It needs to marshal itself. Not give away any silly free kicks. Look, that one could have been, but he does well once again. And Quarterly gets it through. Nicely inside the fullback to the keeper. No, the keeper is so much easier to get hold of. Poor old Prince Tago has done a lot of running today.
The young chap has done lots of running, and it's just unfortunate he's just got one goal to his credit, but he's been moving into open spaces, and obviously the Ghanaians would need to put in a lot of effort if they're going to get the second goal in this game. And I'm sure there's some tired limbs out there, and Barry, we wouldn't be surprised if Coach Milovan Rahevac comes up with a substitution or two.
Well, I think he's got one more left in this match that he can use, and one wonders who he will use. If he uses, I can see standing on the side at the moment. It looks interesting. Looks like, oh my word! Wow, there you are. That could have easily been sealed it nicely, could it not? But these things happen. Suddenly you take your eye off the bench, or onto the bench rather, eye off the match, and all of a sudden the chance is here. There it goes. Look at that. My word, could easily have gone over the keeper. But one of those opportunities, you never know. Don't take your eyes off it. It's getting exciting, folks. And I'll tell you something else. You need to win this. It's 3 points in the balance. 3 points in the balance.
Substitution time for Ghana, and I believe Sule Ali Muntari, after that fiery shot, is coming off, and he receives the applause from the crowd here. And we're going to see the inclusion of the Hoffenheim defender Isaac Vossa.
What a wonderful story that is, Hoffenheim. My word. A team that was bought by a millionaire. Away we go, the quick one in the middle. Oh my word, that could have so easily been a little flick on. Meanwhile, I think he ran too far. It was probably a chance, to be honest with you. If you see that again, that will show. I think there was a chance. But I think he overran the delivery, which got himself a little bit too far. So once again, cleared up at the back by Benin. They were saying, Hoffenheim, what an unbelievable storyline that is. A third division German side, lots of money put into it by a multi-millionaire, and there they are now and have been resting at the top of the Bundesliga. for some considerable time this year. So there's a good story. Now, is this going to be a good story? Local lad makes good, not on that occasion. Here's the ball. A little bit of flick over the top. Look at this. I think he just gets under it a little bit too far. That's an opportunity. That's an opportunity.
For Prince Tego.
So, this will be fascinating. There's an opportunity. Goalkeeper's marshalling his troops. This will be a free kick. Will it be a left-footed free kick or a right-footed free kick? Left-footed free kick's got to swing it and curl it away from the keeper. The right-footed one just drops it into that penalty area and let the players run onto it. It's going to be a left-footed free kick. It's going to swirl back. Everybody goes up, including the keeper, who salvages the situation by making it sure that it's not a corner. Coming off the Benin player. Just a few minutes left in this Group D encounter, the first on the road to South Africa for